The only one here with a date. She is new to Pittsburgh from Chicago. So let's give a round of applause for Dominique Chestand.
Y'all looking real cute from the eyes up. Yeah. Look like y'all just got some pandemic booty, okay? I hope the sex was good. I hope your genitals got to see the back of a throat. If not, find another person to fuck because the last person wasn't doing it right, okay? I love watching people be hoes, right? I love watching hoe shenanigans because I'm in a long-term relationship, so my whole license is on suspension until further notice. So I really just love watching hoes prosper. Like the other day, I saw this man taking a piss in the parking lot of the Rite Aid, right? And I was like, sir, a horse ain't got shit on you. Not to mention, it was a great way to multitask at the same time, right? Putting the goods on display while using them. It was like a demonstration at Costco, you feel me? And even last night, my Uber driver, he had a car that smelled like Badussi. That's booty, dick, and pussy. And I was like, Abdul, I'm so proud of you, man. But do you have some Lysol wipes? Because I don't want to catch an STD sitting on these seats. Thank you, much appreciated, Abdul. So I'm from the city of Chicago, the south side of Chicago. Y'all know about it, right? And the south side really gets a bad rap, but honestly, we're a very lovely, friendly community. You know, your neighbors will say hi, how you doing, be safe out there, and we'll mean it, right? But if you fuck with us, your car will end up on a stack of bricks, tires gone, with a nigga named Craig selling your custom rims on Facebook Marketplace, okay? And growing up on the south side of Chicago is like going to the hood Hogwarts. Because so much shit is popping off that we have to refer to a bull's hat to tell us which house we're gonna be a part of, you know? And there's many houses to choose from, right? And these houses kind of show your expertise, what your expertise is gonna be as you walking through the hood, through the mean streets. And the big three houses are the house of guns, the house of knives, and the house of mediocre poetry. And I'm sure you know which house I'm a part of because I look like a bootleg Maya Angelou. But still I rise, you feel me? So I'm from Chicago and I just moved to Pittsburgh about 6 months ago. And I was really, you can clap if you want to, right? I was excited when I first moved here until people started asking me, why the fuck would you move to Pittsburgh? It's like figuring out that you moved to the suburb where Get Out takes place. Everyone's really excited that you're here, but they're also a little bit scared for you. So you start seeing weird things like, oh, don't worry, I don't let white men inside of me. Because you know they cover the whole world, so they don't get to invade my brain or suck my unusually large clit. You feel me? And the white people here, they really love to stare. I feel like the only nigga in a Western here. So I walk into my local saloon, AKA the Trader Joe's. And everyone, upon seeing me, will just freeze like a scared wild animal. A tumbleweed made of organic broccoli just blows by. White women are thinking to themselves, maybe if I don't move, she won't steal my hummus or artisanal Italian soda. And the fucked up part is the wild animals here act like they're not scared of you. One day I was walking through the park on a gorgeous fall day, right? The trees were golden, the air was crisp. I felt like a white influencer named Heather with suede boots and good credit. You know, ready for brunch. And then all of a sudden this squirrel just runs up in front of me, stands on its hind legs, and starts barking at me like a fucking pit bull. I was terrified, right? It was very aggressive. The squirrel stole my Caucasian joy. But I couldn't let the squirrel know that I was scared, right? So I anamorphed back into a black woman that knows how to fight. So I swelled up and I said the most violent thing that I could think of in that moment. Nigga. I'm from the south side of Chicago. Pull the fuck up! And that day I got my ass beat by a squirrel. Very fun, very humbling, you know? I really thought I had that one in the bag. But I got too cocky, too confident. I blame it on my big clip. And the thing about my confidence is that a lot of people mistake it for competence. And I think I'm a very competent person, right? But because I project this strong air of competence, people tend to believe me more when I'm wrong. Which can be really fucked up and confusing for my psyche, because when people back you up, you really believe that you're right. Especially when you're wrong. This is how we get things like racism and 1-inch bangs. Those very controversial issues in this time of history, right? I'll give you my own example. So in college, I think I'm a cool kid, right? I think I'm hot shit, you feel me? Because I'm one of the organizers of my university's hip hop festival, which is this huge 1-week event of concerts, screenings of hip hop documentaries, like dance competitions, like real cool kid, big clit shit, you feel me? And I'm one of 3 people who gets to decide who's gonna be the big headliner at the concert at the end of the festival. And it's 2010, so naturally we're deciding between Wale, who was much more popular at the time. And if you don't know who Wale is, all you need to know is that he looks like T-Pain was cursed by a witch and turned into a leprechaun. And despite all that, his music was still popular in a world where Blockbuster still exists. Okay? And the other musician that we're choosing from is this corny Canadian actor dude named Aubrey, who had just started calling himself Drake for some reason. Right? And who did I vote for? Right? Not the nigga from Degrassi, I was like, that nigga look like a virgin. He ain't gonna rock the stage. But the stakes were high because the booker really had vision, right? He believed in the potential of Drake. And the third person was undecided, so me and the booker are really going at it, pushing for our sides. But the thing is, the booker and the third woman who's undecided, they're dating, so I'm really competing against pillow talk. So I really had to sit there and ask myself, would I suck some clit for the leprechaun version of T-Pain? I was desperate, But I had to decide that I wasn't that person. So, I used my words, stepped my game up. I was like, we ain't booking a nigga from Degrassi. He ain't even got no music out yet. He ain't shit. He ain't ever gonna be shit. I said it with my chest. And the person who was undecided, she decides that I'm the one that's right. Do you know how convincing you have to be to convince a straight woman to choose your side over the dick she got at home? It's like trying to get Kanye West to shut the fuck up. It just never happens, right? So, months later, the concert happens. We're all having a really great time. Wale's doing great for a leprechaun. And I'm really sitting there thinking that we made the right choice. But later that summer, Drake drops his first single, Best I Ever Had, and his career blows the fuck up. I lost so many friends because they thought they were cute enough to fuck Drake. Bitch, your wig looks like it just won first place in a NASCAR race. You can't even pull the nigga who shows his dick to everybody at the Rite Aid. Let alone Drake. And the booker who really believed in Drake, who saw his potential, you know where he's at right now? He's the star of his own TV show. Right? And where am I? In Pittsburgh. Getting islanded by white people at a Trader Joe's in the North Hills. The universe is fucking me sideways on a Pennsylvania hillside. And this man is going to cocktail parties in Manhattan with Glenn fucking Close. Turns out he had the biggest clique the whole fucking time. And you know, I got a family full of niggas who are just a little too confident for their own good. You know, just too big for their own boots. My little brother, he will rearrange the furniture in someone else's house just because he don't like the setup. One time he threw away my mattress because he thought it was taking up too much space. And so I come back to my house and I ask him, where the fuck is my mattress? And this nigga says, it was fucking with your feng shui. Nigga, you 30 years old and I just taught you how to boil water last week. What the fuck do you know about feng shui? And my uncle is bold too, but he's like real tough with it. My uncle is so hard that we call him Cupcake just to fuck with him. And my Uncle Cupcake, the thing about his boldness is that he has a habit of committing crimes in the worst moments. So when me and my little brother were little kids, Uncle Cupcake used to babysit us. I don't know who let that happen. But we really had a great time because my uncle would give us whatever we wanted at a moment's notice, right? He was like the hood Mary Poppins. Just pulling random shit out of a duffel bag while singing DMX, right? Like, what you really want? I thought that shit was magic. Turns out, he was robbing people the whole time. Years later, I look back and I think, oh, that's why he needed a pistol at the Toys R Us. And he wouldn't even let us inside. He just asked us what we wanted and tell us to wait around the corner. And my Uncle Cupcake likes to think of himself as a progressive, because you know, gangsters are political too. And when I came out to him, he gave me a TED Talk that I wasn't really asking for. He was like, oh, I'm a lesbian too, you feel me? I was like, oh, that's not how that really works. And he said, no, hear me out. It's science. Did you know that a dick is just a clit that got bigger in the womb? Thank you, that's all my time. I appreciate it.